And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another WNBA playoff live play tonight. It's game three between the Las Vegas Aces and the Dallas Wings. Obviously, the Aces kind of, let's be real, in the first two games took care of business against the Wings, who, might I add, so far, especially in this past regular season, who I've actually really liked what I've seen so far from them. Now, yes, there was a little bit some nitpicking here and there. Obviously, me, Tyra, if you have guys not seen the All-Star Sports Show, make sure you go check out that playlist as well. But before we get to it, if you guys do, make sure you hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button, make sure you ring that notification bell so you guys will not miss any of the new content to the channel, whether it's now coming with the NFL, NHL for those who are hockey fans around this channel, or whatever the case may be. But with that being said, kind of going over some things was the fact that, yeah, like I said, the Aces kind of really took care of business against the Wings, who, quite honestly, I think I'm not saying they're really well. I mean, yeah, one can make the argument they're a little bit outmatched in terms of, obviously Aces have the depth, more experience than the Dallas Wings. But the one thing with the Dallas Wings, you got to at least give them a benefit of the Dallas. The fact that they first won a playoff series for, well, let's bro. Yes, I know they played let's bro, some crappy competition to say the least. But regardless, though, the Aces, they've been there and done that. Won the entire goddamn thing. What's going on, RC? Shout out to Jerry from the Facebook side of things. But like I said, we're coming to you all on social media platforms. If you guys need, make sure also hit that hit that subscribe button to the Sports Wave Network as well. Yeah, we are. Shout out to the crew, most of my people over there. But yeah, so obviously for those who have not really paid attention, pretty much the Aces, well, kind of in a way, like I said, took care of business. Game one, 97-83. Game two against the Wings, 91-84. And like I said, the only thing that's where you can see one can make the argument there's a bit of a mismatch. Yeah. The one thing that the Aces do really well is pound the paint, do old school way of basketball, just try to drive through the basket, try to draw I mean, look, there may be fouls here and there, but they're not the kind of team that will rely on the three. Well, unless you're unless they're blowing you out and kind of just stomping on your neck, so to speak. But yeah, it's so far I've liked what I've seen so far. Mostly from the Eastern Conference side, because let's be real, I guess you could say the Aces. I don't know. I think I don't want to see there's a sweep of the Wings. At least the one thing I will give the Wings credit for, especially if you look at and like I said, the thing is too, RC, this all stemmed back to last year. Yeah, I'm really not did as much as before. Like I said, going to try to. Like I said, I promised to do more, and to be fair, I did some. Yeah, to a degree. Yeah, work kept me away for a while. So, but yeah, the next minute 45, we are going to get ready for tip off between the Aces and the Dallas Wings, with Las Vegas right on the road into obviously Arlington, Dallas, in that Dallas Fort Worth area. And obviously with the Wings, like I said, the one thing I will give them credit for, they're a competitive team. They always put up some competitive games. But obviously we saw when they're taking the Aces, especially in the first two games, really that competitive. They just not really seen what I saw in the regular season. And yeah, to a degree, they're, I think, what the 5 seed. Someone let me know. But regardless, people. And here's another thing I want to get off my freaking chest, because I've been seeing this all around on social media, especially on TikTok. The fact that it's like, oh, A'ja Wilson was an MVP. For the love of Christ. I'm sorry. For me, I have no issues with that. I'll continue. Well, to be honest, RC, I don't think the Sun are done. Now, the thing with the Sun, yeah, see, and that's where, for me, with the Aces, or not the Aces, but yes, I mean, the Liberty, let's be real, they have not won a playoff series since 2015. So you got to think of how long has been for the Liberty not make the postseason. And then you have Connecticut, who is, let's be real, is for me, is always will be a consistent title contender. But yeah, and at times you have seen where, Alyssa Thomas can't do it much herself. Same with DeWanna Bonner, and not to the degree the fact that, yeah, you lost Brianna Jones to an Achilles injury, which kind of cut her season short, which is very unfortunate. And then the extent of the fact that, yeah, I think this team has kind of hard been the same since John Quill left for the New York Liberty. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it. But regardless, so the one thing, like I said, before I want to get off my chest was the fact that people are saying, the WNBA MVP voting was rigged. It's like, first of all, when you really look at the numbers and the season that Breanna Stewart has put up, let's be real. I think she has much of a, like I said, I will stand on the fact that Breanna Stewart is well deserved from the MVP. Does that really annoy me? Absolutely freaking not. Because for me, look, this is the way I look at it, and you could probably I'm going to probably make this analogy with Nikola Jokic. Like, yeah, with Embiid winning an MVP, what was the biggest thing that Jokic had his eye on? And a championship. That's all that matters. The MVP is a regular season award. If you can win the entire damn thing, that really doesn't really mean jack squat. But hey, who am I to judge? But that being said, we are going to bring up the scoreboard for tonight's action. It's courtesy from scorecount.com. For those who are wondering, this is probably the best thing I've used for my play-by-plays the last couple of years. Shout out to my boy Jake. And there's another guy I can't think of at the moment, but you know who you are. So actually bring this to attention, because for those who don't remember, who or not been around the channel long enough, I've had a tremendous amount of people tell me to show the game, and that's why I have the disclaimer down at the description that I can't show the game to the copyrights, because first of all, I want to make money on this stream and also help the Sports Wave Network grow. But obviously, A'ja Wilson, her last 3 games, 102 points, most over in a 3-game span of all time. But you gotta love it though. And it looks like the Wings are going with their black neon green. I don't know what the color combination that is, but it's got text on the front. But the one thing, like I said, another thing I will get the Wings credit for, the fact that when they were little WNBA history for you, was the fact that before the Wings became the Dallas Wings, they were the Detroit Shock back in 2009. Obviously, relocated to Dallas, in 2016. But hey, we're going to our start lineups. You have Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, Kelsey Plum, Stokes, and Wilson. Standard starting 5, and same with the Wings, which is interesting with Odyssey Sims, Arike Ogunbowale, Satu Sabali, who I think should be a consistent MVP candidate in my eyes. Natasha Howard and Tierra McCowan at the 5. And obviously, I think Saturday, I should be doing the Phillies and Mets doubleheader, so stick around for that tomorrow. And the tip-off at College Park is won by the Dallas Wings. And now we got Ogunbowale taking the charge for the Wings. Let's lay out to Ogunbowale can't hit that fader. Pulled into the hands of Chelsea Gray. Now we got Plum. So now hands up to Gray. Looks like picked up by Odyssey Sims. Gray with a screen by Stokes. Cross-court pass to Plum, who thought about a 3. Will step back for a 3 of again. Down it goes. Kelsey Plum for 3. Yeah, well, that's what Kelsey Plum will do to you. Out to McCowan. That is good. That's nice ball movement by the Dallas Wings. So now I got Plum to Wilson. Oh, take it on up the glass. Good for 2. A'ja Wilson doesn't seem to picking up where she left off the last couple of games against the Wings. So Sably, man, nothing going for Sably. Plum out to Stokes, back out to Wilson, and that's going to be off the hands of Stokes for going the other way. We got Ogunbowale. Sins for 3, a little bit too short. No, nice putback for Tierra McCowan. 21 offensive rebounds. It looks like Jackie Young taking on and hands it out to Stokes. Move it out to Plum, and that is poked away, and that's going to be Dallas basketball. Maybe a Google Sims out to McCowan. McCowan turnaround jumper right in the face. Cannot go. Good defense by Kia Stokes, and got Gray to Young. Jackie Young out to Stokes off the glass. That is good. Good looking. And that's the thing too. Like De'Erica, like I don't mind her when she was here, but she wasn't really that great as people were making it out to be. We got Sims. Now gets the ice, and that is taken away. Oh, that's taken away. And we got a jump ball at 7:30. I wouldn't see that's what true, but the problem is what the question is what's the under over? That's my question. And now it's won by the Dallas Wings. Akuba Wally for three. Can offensive board again. And that's another for Tiara McCowan. Chelsea Gray, that is good. We got Sims to Howard. I appreciate it. Yeah, I talked to Brandon about that. Or sorry, that's Sabali. Tough shot. Down it goes. Satu Sabali. Hey, Sabali using her length. Nice. Out to Jackie Young. That is good for two. Already 11-8 here in the first. So we got Sims leading the point. Out to Natasha Howard. What up, Brandon? And that is taken away. An offensive foul. We're going the other way. We got Young on the baseline. Young, you try to use for quickness. Floater, a little bit short. Pulled out on McCowan. Here comes Odyssey Sims leading the charge for the Wings. Down three. Here in the first. Sims. Out to McCowan. It looks like Stokes got a hand on it. Now pulls it right back out to Sims. Sims to the basket. Taking on Gray. No good. And Stokes comes down with the rebound. Here comes Chelsea Gray. And that's taken. Good defensive stop by Tiara McCowan. Here we go. And that's a block by Chelsea Gray. Here comes Kelsey Plum. Pulls up for three. A little bit short off the back iron. And that's looks like Natasha Howard at that time pulling down the rebound. But now we got Sims now directing traffic right at the top of the wing of the logo. Out to Howard. To McCowan at the post. And that's going to be a quick foul. Looks like that's going against Las Vegas. And that's going to be on Kia Stokes. That hurts her first. Team's first. True. I will say that much. So we get side out for Sims. Out to Howard. Back out to Sims. Or Sabali. Sabali around the screen. Sabali steps inside. Can't finish. And that is taken away. Here comes Jackie Young on a try to take it herself. I had to put the brakes on and pulls it right back out. Out to Plum. Plum taking on Sims. Now to Stokes. Back out to Plum. Back to Stokes. Good ball moving inside to Stokes. Can't go. Put back. Good for two by Asia Wilson. Now Howard hands it off to Sims on the wing. No pun intended. Oh, that's worth it. Wow, Aces caught a break there, a little bit short off the layup by Odyssey Sims. Oh, the Kia Stokes, and what a pass, and that's going to force a timeout by the Dallas Wings at 4:34 here in the first. Yeah. And that's what Chelsea Gray does. Like, she's an assist machine. Look, and see, the thing is too, RC. Let me answer that really quick. I just do it because I like what the WNBA has to offer, because I think these ladies, look, it's like, oh, like, let them dunk or whatever, blah blah blah. Nobody, for me, I could give two. I can give. The question is, ranch or blue cheese? For me, if it's not an actual buffalo wing, for buffalo wings, give me liquid blue cheese any day of the damn week. It's standard issue. But it's been fun. Look, it's been fun this entire year for the WNBA season. And yes, don't get me wrong, and don't worry, RC. I will do some Iowa women's games this year, and obviously Caitlin Clark is coming out this year along. Boy, talk about a loaded draft class going into the next year with Paige Buchers. I am sorry if I'm butchering or mispronouncing that. Well, it's been actually been a fun season this year. Now, yes, I mean, look, the top three, again, no surprise, it's us, the Las Vegas Aces, the New York Liberty, and the Connecticut Sun. That's what's going to happen unless there's going to be another team, which, I mean, you really should, RC, because for me, and I know it's crazy as it sounds, I'm pretty much going to watch more of the South Carolina women's basketball. Now, yes, for those who remember, yes, I am a Clemson fan, but when it comes to college basketball for the women's side, yes, and as much as I love my women's Nova, same with the men's, which I know Nova's been having a hard, for me, both men's and women's has been very hard to get into nowadays. In terms of the men's, after Jay Wright retired, that team has not really been the same. And it stinks, man. And I love Nova to death. And, I've really, it stinks, man. Like I said, seeing two back-to-back national championships in the Nova Wildcats, the men's side of things. Now, yes, the women's had a much better season than the men's last year. I'll give them that, which Maddie Siegrist, good run on Lesbrio. I want to see more of her, hopefully, in the WNBA next year. Because for me, I'm not a huge fan of the red shirt crap, so to speak. But now I kind of go over the Becky Hammond's kind of, her tenure, as you could say, as an assistant with the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously working with some of the all-time greats with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. There's another. Okay, who am I missing now? Son of a gun. Okay, there's another guy I'm missing that's it's going to come to me. Becky Hammond's a six-time WNBA All-Star when she was the player, which was great to see. It was like out to Kalani Brown who's came onto the floor. Was that Siegrist? I can't even tell. Was it Howard to Brown? Kalani Brown almost thought about a three. Double team, and looks like we're going the other way. It'll be a traveling violation on Dallas. And now we got Jackie Young, hands it off to Gray. Out to Wilson. Wilson taking on. We'll have to pull it back out. Turns another quick turnover. And well, no. So out to Gubawale to Howard. Howard tries to steps inside. That is blocked by Kelsey Plum. Howard from the free throw line can't pull it up. Here comes Jackie Young up a rebound by Kelsey Plum, who, despite her small size, is nice little pump fake and nice kick out to the corner for three. A little bit short. And that's pulled down by Kalani Brown. Looks like I can't even tell that's. I'm sorry. That was 12. I gotta look at the roster. Probably it's all said and done. It's like Kalani Brown with the baby hook. Oh, can't get the friendly bounce. Kalani Brown thought about a three. Nice little pump fake out to 12. Now good ball movement to Kalani Brown for three. Down it goes. Kalani Brown cuts it down to 4. That's kind of unusual, but then again, I'm not surprised. We got Jackie Young taking a bit of a mismatch here on Kalani Brown. Gray up to the basket, cannot finish the play. Here comes Ogubawale out to Brown. Back out to Ogubawale from the fadeaway. Nope. It looks like someone got a hand on it. Here comes Jackie Young. We'll have to put the brakes on. Out to Wilson. Wilson out to Chelsea Gray. Gray, nice little out to Jackie Young. Can't get that to fall. You got Ogubawale to Brown. Back out to Ogubawale. We're going to be at the 2-minute mark. Screen. Ogubawale from the free throw line. Easy money for Arika Ogubawale. And we get a timeout by Las Vegas. That's their first here in the first quarter. Well, hey, why the hell not? That'll be fun. Well, yeah, we are cut to commercial break. While we do that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors of this. Of this play-by-play. Obviously, for those who are going to any concerts, seating or sporting events, whether it's NBA, NFL, NHL, even college basketball for that matter, go to SeatGeek.com. And use our promo code Philly Sports. That's all in capital letters at checkout to save $20 off. Like I said, we got a lot of other good sponsors for y'all. For those who are obviously like Twitch streamers, YouTubers, that kind of thing, need natural energy to give an extra kick in the pants. Give me 1 second. But yeah, go to w.gg, use our promo code SportsWrestling10 to save 10% off your first your order, whether it's getting the tubs, little energy package, or the shaker, which is the cup. For those who are golf heads, go to shankandgolf.com, use our promo code SportsWrestling15 to save 50% off, whether it's getting multiple golf shirts, whatever that for that matter. And obviously, and also if it's over $100, you also get free shipping as well. So you guys do not want to miss that as well. We'll see. Look at Gray to Wilson. Wilson, turnaround jumper. Can't get that to fall. Pull it on by Kalani Brown. I'm sorry, that's Sabali who pulled it down. Out to Ogubawale. Out to Sabali, who thought about it. 3 steps inside. Will drive. Hands up to Kalani Brown. And draw a double team. Now we got Alicia Clark. Some pesky defense. Off the glass. That is good. And we get a tie game. Now we got Young. And I got Gray. Back out to Young for 3. Little round was in and out. And Brown will have to pull it right back out for Howard for 3. And that is good. 18-15. It's a 10-0 run the last 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes for the Dallas Wings. So Veronica Burton. Thank you. All righty. We got 35.2. Boom. So 35.2 here. I think that's going to be the first on Dallas. We're going to get a side out for Las Vegas. I appreciate that, Sajin. And already got Gray. Picked up by Burton. Gray with fadeaway jumper, in and out, and offensive board, and that's going to be another foul on Dallas, and that's going to be 2 free throws coming for A'ja Wilson. And that's Sabali's second personal. And the first by Wilson, short off the front iron. Obviously, Sunday in Game 4 will be if necessary, which I have feeling it's going to be if necessary. That's going to be the if necessary part. So 1 or 2 from the free throw line goes A'ja Wilson. Honestly, Sajin, I think Dallas, well, we'll have to wait and see, because right now it's a 2-point lead for Dallas. Burt out to Gubawale. Gubawale picked up by Young. To Howard for 3. Off the side iron. And that's how the first quarter comes to a close. So, obviously, not a bad first quarter for the Wings. Like I said, I'm not really a little bit disappointed from the Aces, Roy not putting the full throttle on. But then again, like I said, I'm not really. Oh shit! I don't know why. Of course, I have to hit the one cord. 1 second. God damn it! Camera. Sorry, hang on. I'm fixing my camera really quick. But yeah, sorry about that. I actually hit the cord on my Well, hey, look, we'll see, RC. Like I said, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself because, like I said, we still got to wait to see the winner of the series between the Liberty and the Connecticut Sun. Because right now we're down to the Final 4 here in the WNBA postseason, which kind of crazy enough. I kind of really like the best of 5 series, in a certain sense. For me, I think it's like a best of 5. It's like, yeah, I mean, look, I like a 7-game series. I think the Wings do get this one. For some reason, it just tells me that, the Wings are not going to go down without a fight. Now, yes, the first 2 games they got blown out in Las Vegas. So, I mean, unless some crazy crap happens, I'm with you on that side. And look, I'm not really betting against my Aces. I think they've been there and done that. But, if you really look at it, yeah, the Wings, they should have this in the bag. Especially it is on their home floor. Quite honestly. But hey, like I said, I'm not really going to get too ahead of myself. Look, win or loss, I'm really still proud of these women regardless. Not just from the Aces, but also the Dallas Wings for actually having put up a, obviously not the best season, but it was a good season nonetheless. Under our first year head coach, I think it was. But I like Agubawale. I liked Kieran McCowan. I mean, look, I like what they have. But the problem that I see sometimes with the Wings, like, I want to see the Wings give Maddie Siegrist more of an opportunity to play because, boy, see, and that's where my nitpick was. It is with the Wings, like, my girls. Like, look, I want to see my girl Maddie Siegrist actually ball out, but I don't know, and I like Natasha Howard. I don't know. There's something about the Wings that I like. But the problem, and at times when I've watched for most of the season, and especially during our time with the Dream, which I got to give the Dream a lot of credit, and you got to have to give the Dream credit too. They really gave the Dallas Wings for the run for money. Because quite honestly, I thought the Dream could really, upset the Wings and made a first round exit. But the Wings, they kept their head down and just not give into the pressure. And here we are. Now, yes, like I said, the first two games of the semifinals, yeah, got their asses kicked, for lack of a better term, against the Aces. But regardless, it's been a fun postseason that I've done. Not to the extent that I used to do back in the day, or last year, I would say. I don't know why I'm saying back in the day, but regardless. um, but hey, and obviously Saturday, I may or may not do the Phillies and Mets doubleheader. That remains to be seen. But Sunday I will be live for those who are Chargers or Raiders fan. So come by for Raiders and Chargers Sunday at 4:05 here, not just on this channel but also the Sports Wave Network as well. The Aces will get the ball to start the second quarter. And already the Chelsea Gray to kick off. And obviously, we get some thoughts with Becky Hammond, who's already mic'd up, out to Plum. Plum picked up by Gubawali, who drives and cannot get that to fall. I appreciate that, Sajin. Appreciate you stopping by, my dude. It's a good ball movement inside, and that is short. Rebound to Chelsea Gray, out to Kelsey Plum. Plum, good, out to Clark, to Gray. Gray will drive inside the paint. Looks like we're going. So it looks like traveling violations is what they're calling it. Yeah, that's concerned. We got Burton. Hands it up to Brown. To Gubawale. Gubawale out to Natasha Howard, who pulls up for three. We'll get the friendly roll, and that's going to be good for three. 21-16 here in the second. We got about the 9 here at the 9-minute mark. So a 13-1 Wings run in the last 5 minutes, 40 seconds. Here out to Young, to Wilson. Back out to Jackie Young. Young will take it herself. Cannot get that to fall, and that's going to fall in the hands of Victoria Burton. We'll take it out for the Wings. Burton will take it. Kelsey Plum one-on-one, and she'll draw the contact. We'll go to the line for two here in this ball game. And the first free throw is good by Victoria Burton. So Burton in the regular season, yeah, really much of a bench player, 2.4 points per game, but that free throw is good. So 23-16. We got Plum out to Wills, or say Stokes, back out to Clark. Clark picked up by Natasha Howard to Plum on the baseline. And that's taken away by Victoria Burton. We get a 2-on-3. And Natasha Howard out to Kalani Brown. Brown for three. A little bit strong off the side iron. And that's going to be knocked out of bounds. We're going the other way back to Las Vegas. All right, Gray now leading the charge. Picked up by Sims. Oh, out to Clark for three in the corner. Down it goes. So, obviously, Alicia Clark hit the three to end that scoreless drought for the Aces. We got Brown to Howard. And that's nice takeaway by Chelsea Gray. Gray leading the charge. And out to Plum. Picked up by Sims. Out to Stokes. And we got a traveling violation on Stokes. I don't know about... Aces get a little sloppy here. A little bit sloppy here in the first half. So now we got Sims leading the charge. Picked up by Plum at the top of the key. Out to Sabali. Sabali around the screen by Howard. To Sims. Back out to Agubawale. Agubawale waving her through. Can't get that to fall. Pulled up by Jackie Young. So no good from the Dallas Wings side of things on that drive. Out to Plum for three. Down it goes. Kelsey Plum cuts it down to 1. Here at the 7-minute mark. Here in the second. Already 6 points, 2 of 4 from 3 for Kelsey Plum. To Sabali. Out to Howard in the post. Picked up by Alicia Clark on a mismatch. And she chucks it into the stands. That's going to be another turnover by the Wings. Here at 7:43. We get a side out. We got Plum leading the points. Out to Stokes. Stokes off to Jackie Young. Pulls up for 3. A little bit too strong. Pulled down by Tiara McCowan. Also, that's Natasha Howard pulls down the board. So we got Sims. Sims trying to for open lane out to, looks like Kalani Brown. She turns that, or sorry, that's Natasha Howard who turns that over. Nice to Jackie Young on the baseline. Good look to Plum for 3. A little bit strong at the back iron, pulled down by Tiara McCowan. And here comes Agubawale speeding her way through. We have to put the brakes on out to Odyssey Sims. Sims in the paint. Turn around. Down it goes for Odyssey Sims. Cuts it up, puts it right back up to 3. We got Plum. Picked up by Agubawale out to, that's Stokes. Back out to Gray. Gray picked up by Sabali. Will take it herself. A little floater. Can't get that to go for Chelsea Gray. So obviously first half, this second quarter, not really going the way. That shot can't fall for Odyssey Sims, who thought she drew got fouled, but no whistle. We got Young to Gray. Take it on Sabali. Gray on the baseline. Out to Plum. Open 3. Cannot hit. Pulled down by Tiara McCowan again. Odyssey Sims. And that is... And that's saved, but into the hands of Agubawale. Can't get that shot to fall. Put back. And we get a foul. And looks like that's going against Las Vegas with 5 minutes to spare here the second quarter. And quite honestly, it's been very ugly for the Las Vegas Aces here in the second quarter. I mean, granted, yes, it is a 3-point deficit, but not to my chagrin. Like I said, the one thing, and I even said this too last year, the one thing that I always nitpick with it, because the interior defense sometimes is never there. And we came close. It looks for this Aces. Aces have a really good defense, but the problem is at times they can't really. What's going on, Key? But like I was saying before, I got thrown off. But yeah, Aces can't close out worth a day. I'm sorry. I want to see. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Our closeout defense stinks. I mean, you're lucky enough you're down fucking 3. I'm sorry. Like, that's the way I look at it. You're lucky you're down 3. The fact that you hold a 7-point lead and completely screw that up. But then again, it can't be worse than another team. I can't really pretty much say. But hey, it is what it is. Basketball's all about runs and streaks. So I can't complain because I'm not even out there. But hey, I think the WNBA postseason this year has been very good. I've liked what I've seen so far here, the semis. Yes. Do I hate the blowouts part of it? For me, I'm kind of the minority that hates blowouts. Yeah, for those who've not been around, yeah, I've done 2 games where I got mercy ruled. Yeah, New York does need more win. Yeah, you're right, Key. Because it's very interesting of the fact that number one, and I think I said this too, but I might touch more on it a little bit. It's the fact that, yeah, they don't have Brianna Jones because obviously an Achilles or ACL. Someone let me know. I think it might have been Achilles. Like I said, I could be wrong. Number 2, you let Jonquel Jones walk for nothing for another thing. Look, yes, you still got to list Thomas, who's still a triple-double machine. I do like to want upon her. But when you look at the rest of that supporting cast, it's a good supporting cast, but at times, like, do you really want to rely on people that don't want to show up? Thank you. It's an Achilles. I swore I thought it was an ACL. But then again, that should tell you how much I don't pay attention to the Connecticut Sun. But with the Liberty, though, and like I said, I will touch more on this as well. Look, I'm the kind of person that, I know a person's having an MVP type of season. And Brianna Story, you really could look at the numbers in the season she's put up. What, 340-point games? And look, she's kind of how do I say this? And even somebody in NBA comparison, I think she's pretty much the Nikola Jokic of the WNBA. Height-wise, I mean, she can shoot the ball better than anybody. Like, she's now the one thing the comparison, even though it's a downside, if you can beat both. Like, Nikola Jokic can be beat in the paint, but when it's and same with Brianna Stewart. Look, and Brianna Stewart, yeah, that's the one flaw she always had, and I'm not really going to complain about it. And the fact that people are saying, "Oh, it's rigged," and all this malarkey, but that first free throw is no good by Sabali, by the way. Yeah, I think it's a well-deserved by Brianna Stewart. Hey, don't at me. Hey, look, if I get you in your feelings, F your feelings. But 1 of 2 from Sabali from the free throw line. Obviously, well-deserved most improved player of the year for Sabali, who, well, let's be real, was disastrous, god-awful last season. Tough defense out to Clark. Or sorry, it's Kirsten Bell who's come onto the floor for the Aces off the bench. We got Plum. She pulls up for 3. That is good. Plum already 9 points here in the first half, or 3 of 7 from 3. Well, that's the thing. Don't try to force threes that are not there. But that was a good look anyways. Got Clark with a pesky defense on Agubawale. Now picked up by Plum to Sabali. Back out to, say, McCowan. And that's going to be another foul. Offensive foul. We're going the other way. I think. Man. So. Okay. We got 4:17 here in the second. See, this is what I've expected between the Wings and the Aces. Very competitive. Very close. To Bell, out to Plum, to Wilson. Wilson, out to Bell, who thought about a 3, steps inside with the floater. Down it goes, and the Aces retake the lead by 1. Here with under 4 minutes to play. Yes, I know my game clock is behind, but a few seconds, so sue me. Out to Dangerfield, to Sabali, who pulls up for 3. Cannot fall. It falls in the hands. Offensive board, Ogubawale. And that's going to be out of bounds. And that's staying with the Dallas Wings with 3:44 here in the second quarter. Quite honestly, it's been a very enjoyable game so far. Not a blowout, which thank God. No, nice little, not as good for 2. Yeah, this is what I expected. That's the one thing. That's what you expect about the Dallas Wings. They are a competitive team. Bell for 3, a little bit short. Falls into the hands of Crystal Dangerfield. Out to Sabali, taken on by cannot go, and that's going to be out of bounds. That's going right back to Las Vegas, down 1 with 3:17. And the thing is, too, RC, it's been very defensive. It's been a very defensive game so far here tonight, which I'm okay with. I've always been in defensive games in basketball. You know the other sport? Yeah, no, not so much. I got Plum to Stokes. Back out to Plum, who goes on the baseline. Out to Bell. A good ball movement to Chelsea Gray. It looks like we get a kick ball. So a 3-second violation. That's going to be against Las Vegas. What the hell? So, I mean, really need that 3-1. We really need the most. But hey, we are going to take a quick commercial break. But shout out to everyone's been in the chat or just tuning into the stream, whether you're coming from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Obviously, 20. Yeah, that's the thing too. RC, the one thing you could just, and I get it. She drives people crazy and not in the best way possible. But you have to look at them in a situation. Look, she's more of a bench player than anything else, and you can't really fault her for when Kelsey, or not Kelsey Plum, but Candace Parker got hurt. Like, you really can't fault her for that. She really got thrown at the starting 5 because Candace Parker unfortunately got hurt at the worst time possible. But I'm not really I'm not really going to be harping on her because she's kind of the same way what Candace Parker is. No, very low, not offensive, but she can give you a lot of boards, assists, that kind of thing. Whereas Candace Parker, yeah, kind of the same thing, but she'll give you about 10, 15-ish type of points, but that's really all Candace Parker can give. Because, like, and me and Tara said this too before we made the All-Star Sports Show, is the fact that, yeah, Candace Parker knows where her role is nowadays. Because she's not the same player as she used to be. Like, she's in her 16th season of the WNBA. See, yeah, look, and that's the thing. Look, whether her offense, Kia Stokes' offense stinks, but that's where her rebounding kind of really helps this team a little bit. Well, because let's be real, besides Asia Wilson, because you have the ladies like Plum, Gray, and Jackie Young can make up for the scoring. That's the thing. Like, you got 3 women who can give you offense, and yeah, same with Asia Wilson at the same time. But Asia Wilson at the same time can also give you both offense and defense. Like, I'm not really going to harp on it. Like I said, win or lose here tonight, if it's going to stay the way how it is for most of this game, I cannot complain. Because for me, I hate having blowouts in basketball because, first of all, it makes me bored out of my freaking mind. Yes, and I know I should have called a mercy rule early in the opening night for the Aces. Well, taking on the Storm. Well, I should have called that after the third quarter because holy crap, that was terrible. I don't know why I even sat through 4 quarters of freaking boredom because knowing that the Aces blew their asses out 105-64 opening week. It's like, now looking back at it, yeah, I should have called a mercy roll in that. But hey, I stuck it out, which I'm one of those. Yeah, well. And doing the fit check basically. Whatever. It is what it is. Under 3 minutes to play. It's a 1-point game here in the first half. So Las Vegas. So seeking become the first back-to-back champion since 2001 to 02. The last team that did it. Sorry, Key, but without Key in the buildings, Los Angeles Sparks back in 01 and 02. And nowadays, they stink. Sorry, Key, I had to make a little jab at you. What we got for Burton? Out to Sabali. Sabali picked up by Gray, screened by, and that is blocked by Asia Wilson. That's saying. Sorry, Key. But hey, even Key would admit to me that her sparks will drive her to drink sometimes. We got Stokes off to Plum. Plum picked up by Sabali on a mismatch. Out to, looks like Stokes pulls up for 3, a little bit short. Pulled down by Erika Gubawale. Will lead the charge. And tight defense in the paint with a floater. Can't put that to go. And Stokes comes up with a rebound. Here comes Plummy. To Bell. Off the glass. Back to a 1-point lead for the Las Vegas Aces. Yeah, it's a possibility. And I hope y'all don't screw it up. So we got Burton to Gubawale. Cross out to Burton, who out to, looks like Natasha Howard. Back out to Burton. So it looks like 4 half court press by the Sabali for 3. Cannot hit. A little bit short at the front iron. So good like half court press by the Aces. Plum taking on Burton. And Plum turns it over. Here we go. We got a 2-1-2. Out to Gubawale for 3. Rattles in and out. Gets the friendly go. And that is good for 3. Back up to 2. To Wilson. And that's almost poked away. Keeps it herself. Will drive up to the basket and cannot go. Honestly, it looked like it should have been a whistle there, but that's just me. Gubawale for 3. Again, down it goes. Got under a minute to play. So back-to-back 3s by Erika Gubawale. And that's the one thing that's you do not want to do against this Wings team is let her get hot. And it looks like we have a... And rightfully so. Well, that's what a weekly Google will I do, but that's the one thing you do not want to do. Don't let her cook. I don't, maybe that's just me. But I got Young to Stokes. Stokes out to back up to Jackie Young, picked up by Google Wally. 44 seconds here in the second. And here comes a Google Wally. Oh, we'll actually call a reach in on a Google Wally. I don't know. Honestly, I think a Google Wally got all ball on that. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not really going to make a complaint about it, but hey, it is me. And look, it's just me. No side out for Las Vegas. Here we go. We got Plum, who tight defense covered. We'll have to pull it back out on Google Wally. Google Wally, very pesky three by Plum. It cannot go. Pulled down by Sabali. Out to Google Wally with 27. Howard, fingertip roll. Good for two. And now we got Young to Gray. So Gray looks like kind of staring down Victoria Burton for a little bit. So, Gray. Fadeaway jumper. Down it goes. That is easy money. And we are at the half. Ace is down 6 at the half. So there's interesting things to talk about going to the half. But that being said, for those who've been around the channel long enough, we'll take a bit of a halftime break. And that being said, stay tuned for the second half. All right, we're going to start the third quarter off with a 6-point lead for the Dallas Wings. Let me get this halftime banner off the damn screen. We are, oh, I'm sorry, 5. I'm a complete. I thought it was 6, but hey, it's a 5-point lead regardless. So obviously, right now, where the Aces are kind of getting beat is pretty much on the offensive glass or on the glass a little bit. But hey, like I said, it could be worse. I mean, the Aces, they have 4 fast break. Are getting outscored 10 to 4 in the fast break points, outscored 12 to 16 in the second paint points in the paint, and also again outscored 12 to 3 in second chance points. So that's something they got to really work on. Asia Wilson, 2 or 4, fewest field goal in any half of the series for 5 points and 3 boards. Not her usual, what she normally does. So it looks like we're going to have the Aces to really take the ball here in the third. Alrighty, we are underway with Plum leading the charge. Picked up a good Wale. And here, hands out to Gray, picked up by Odyssey Sims. And screened by Stokes. Gray. Inside, down it goes. And it's down to 3. 9:34, about the 9.5 minute mark here. In the third, it's a 3-point lead. Sabali pulls up from inside, a little bit short. Pulled down by Asia Wilson, fighting for the rebound, and gets it right out to Jackie Young. Jackie Young taking out to Kia Stokes, right back to Young. Wilson in the paint, and Short can't get the fall, and apparently that's gonna be the first foul on. So 2 free throws coming for Asia Wilson to cut into this deficit. Ace is 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 3 or 4 for the Dallas Wings. Really not much going on at the free throw line. And the first by Wilson is good. It's up to 2 by the Wings. A win by the Aces, you sweep them. A win by the Wings will force a game 4. And both free throws are good by Wilson. 7 points already here in this game. Then I got Sims. Goes around the screen. Oh, and ESPN's already buffering on me. And of course. Why I'm not surprised. We got Gray to Stokes. Stokes hand it out to Young. Jackie Young. So another 3-second violation on the Aces. Well, that's very fortunate. So now we got Sims leading the charge. Out to Sabali. Sabali picked up by Wilson. Drawing a double team. Sabali to the basket and can't get to the fall. And that's another rebound for Asia Wilson. Here comes Kelsey Plum to Chelsea Gray for 3. That is good. And a timeout by the Dallas Wings. Already back to a 2-point lead out of half. And that's kind of where the Aces pretty much execute their gameplay is right out of the break. And quite honestly, it's not going to be so slow in the first half. But we're going to take a quick timeout. Quite honestly, what I've seen so far is like the Aces very like they said it best. The broadcast said itself, never really turn the ball over as much as they do because they are very well. And there are times. Well, then again, I'm not really going to say they're very perfect with the basketball. There are moments where I've seen in this year where the Aces they were completely reckless with the basketball, and at times forcing up shots that are not there, not really executing the game plan what they are normally are capable of is what I'm trying to say. But other way, it's back to a 2-point lead for the Aces, and quite honestly, I mean, look, you still got a whole another half of third quarter basketball to go with. Yeah, you got to at least trek through the mud and, get the gunk out, which that's what he kind of did. Obviously put up 7 unanswered so far in this little run and forced a timeout by the Wings, down 2. And, it's something that's, I'm not really picky, but I will say, the Aces have to stop with these slow starts because one of these days it's going to be one of those things. Whereas it's going to come back to bite them, so to speak. And we don't need that. Or not just us, not just as Aces fans, but for the Aces, but just any team in general. If you have like a slow start and you can't really get out of it, a lot of times it's going to come back and bite you in the ass, basically. But hey, back to a 2-point lead for the Aces, though, out of the half. Which, let's be real, should have had the foot on the throttle back in the first half. Unfortunately, that really wasn't the case. Kind of got a little soft, I would say, in terms of the game, the execution, and yeah, really kind of cost it that lead, and Aces had to fight their way back right now to. All right, it's whatever. I'm not really going to complain about it. Well, like I said, I really don't want to see a sweep, but I don't know. Because right now, Game 4 is Sunday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, which is, if necessary, game. And, well, we got to wait and see how that really turns out. All right, 8-17, but here we go. So we got Sims now leading the point. Picked up by Plum. Hands off to Gubawale. Gubawale, nice assist. Can't get that to fall. Another rebound pulled down by Asia Wilson. And here comes Jackie Young to Wilson. Wilson, step back shot in and out. Rebound to Natasha Howard. Here comes Gubawale going to the half court. Howard to McCowan. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. That's going to stay with the Dallas Wings. So Aces right now currently hold 2 here over the Ace, or the Aces hold 2 over the Wings. My apologies. So inbound for Odyssey Sims. Gubawale for 3. No good. And that is taken by Jackie Young on the rebound. Now takes it up herself, crossing into the half court. Screen. And that's going to be an illegal screen on Asia Wilson. We're going back the other way. That was kind of stupid, but hey. Look at Sims. And almost taken away by Wilson. Sims pulls up, a little short. And put back, can't go. And we get a foul. Looks like going against Las Vegas. And that's their team's first here in the third. We get a couple free throws coming for Natasha Howard, with an opportunity to put this game back even with 38 apiece. And the first by Howard is good, 38-37. Coming up on the playoff schedule, obviously Sunday is a if necessary game for the Aces and Wings. If it does go to a Game 4. We also have the Game 4 between the Liberty and the Connecticut Sun at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And both free throws are good. We're back even at 38. We got Young to Gray. Gray, fancy footwork, fadeaway jumper, can't go. Offensive rebound. Kicks out to Plum. Plum thought about a 3, steps inside with a floater. Down it goes. Easy floater for Kelsey Plum. Puts it back up 2. We got Sims to Sabali. Sabali trying to get Open lane. Out to Sims on the wing. Back to Howard. Back to Sabali. Sabali now looking at surveying. Out to Gubawale. Gets us double team on Gubawale. Sabali pulls up for three. No good. Pulled down by Kelsey Plum to Gray or Jackie Young. And we'll hand it off to Gray. Almost gets somebody with some pesky defense. Nice little behind the back. Out to Young. Jackie Young. And it's going to be a kick ball on the Dallas Wings at 6:20. Stops the clock at 6:22 here in the third. Okay. Plum to Gray. Chelsea Gray. And that's going to be out of bounds going the other way to the Dallas Wings at 6:12. Here we go. We're at the 6:10. Yeah, Burton. Burton picked up by Plum. Couple tough defense down low, and that's going to be another foul against the Aces. And stops the clock at 6:01. That's going to be the shooting foul on the Aces, and that'd be two coming up for Tierra McCowan, who the last couple of games that I've seen, and even the postseason, has not been. It's not a great free throw shooter. So 4 points and 10 boards. And the first free throw is no good by McCowan. And then again, I would not mind taking that type of foul. I mean, you want to foul the first foul, the worst three free throw shooter? Look, that's fine. And the second attempt by McCowan, no, 2. So now we got Plum leading the charge at the top of the key. Now to Wilson, taking on McCowan. Wilson out, and that's gonna be another foul against Dallas. Stops the clock at 5:51. It's like Kia Stokes might look like going to the line for 2. No, it'll be look a side out. It's all right. So side out to Jackie Young. Hands it to Gray. Gray around the screen by Wilson. Out to Stokes. Good ball moving out to Jackie Young for the floater. Down it goes. Jackie Young increases it to 4 with 5:35 here to go in the third. Where you got Gubawale. Now to Howard. Looks like to Burton on the wing, picked up by back up to Gubawale. Drawing the attention of Jackie Young. Back to Victoria Burton. She pulls up for 3. That is no good. And a put back is good for 2. That's true. And Wilson cannot go. McCowan with the rebound. That's her 12th. We got Sabali to McCowan in the post. Back out to Burton for 3. Down it goes. Victoria Burton retakes the lead for the Dallas Wings. Inbound for Chelsea Gray. Down 1. Under 5 minutes to play. Under 5 minutes here in the third. And we got Plum picked up by Gubawale. Down 1. Hands off to Wilson. Wilson. Out to Plum. Good ball movement to Chelsea Gray. Thought about it. 3 steps inside for 2. Down it goes. Chelsea Gray retakes the lead for the Aces. 44-43. Under 4.5 to play. Gubawale. Out to Burton. Back out to Gubawale. Picked up by Young. Gubawale in the paint. And it gets blocked up top. And that's going to be out of bounds. Going the other way. Back to Las Vegas. We're going to have Kalani Brown and somebody else up on the floor for the Dallas Wings. We got Plum now taking it up for the Aces here in the half court. Out to Jackie Young. To Alicia Clark. Back out to Wilson. Wide open from the free throw line. A little bit short of the back iron. And McCallum pulls down her 13th rebound of the game. With under 4 minutes to play here in the third. So slow and methodical for Ogubawale to Burton on the wing. Drawing the attention to Chelsea Gray. Burton challenging Gray. And that is going to fall for 2. And that's going to be good. We under 5. So we get back to a 1-point lead for the Wings. You got Jackie Young. And Jackie Young will say, you know what? Screw it. I'll just take it myself. And draw the contact. So it looks like Jackie Young to the line for 2. I mean, a very solid free throw shooter during our time with Las Vegas. And the first by Young is good. We're all knotted up for 45 here in the third. And the second free throw by Young now retakes lead by 1, under 3.5 to play. All right, looks like Victoria Burt leading the charge for the Dallas Wings. Now kind of directing traffic with hands up to Ogubawale. Here comes Kalani Brown to for a screen. Ogubawale to Burton. Burton out to Kalani Brown. Brown inside. Down it goes. Uses her height. Good for 2. That's something that's, you really can't much really do against Kalani Brown. How to use her height to her advantage. And Jackie Young can't get the finger roll to go. And it's back to still holds 1. Ogubawale cannot go. And that is, somebody's fighting for the rebound. And it comes out is Asia Wilson with the basketball for the Aces. Plum to Young. To Gray. Gray pulls up for 3. No good. Offensive board. Put back. And that's going to be another foul on the Wings. That is their 14th foul. One more puts them in the penalty. Or as they would put Las Vegas in the bonus. So any more fouls after that, we'll count more free throws for the Aces. Who, like I said, for already not really playing their best. Well, some of the players. And Asia Wilson in particular, 7 points, 2 of 7 from the field with 10 boards. Yeah, not one of the best games that I've seen Asia Wilson really put up. But the first free throw by Wilson is a little bit too strong off the back rim. So that's kind of not great. And in the second free throw, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. We're all not up at 47. Here we reached about the 2.5 minute mark here in the third. Burton to Ogubawale. Now we out to, looks like Natasha Howard. And she just chucks it right. I don't know where Natasha Howard looked like she was trying to go with Tierra McCall, but completely missed by a mile. And that's we know the turnover by the Wings. There we go. We got Plum. Game knotted up at 47. Plum takes it herself on the baseline. Out to Kirsten Bell. Pulls up for 3. No good. And falls to the hands. Here comes Ogubawale. We'll have to put the brakes on a little bit. Out to Burton. And that is good. And the Wings retake lead by 2 off the assist to Natasha Howard from Victoria Burton. Gray with a double team out to Plum. Plum drives. Nice handoff to Alicia Clark. Good for 2. We're back up, knotted up and back at 49 with a minute 40 to go here in the third. Both teams now kind of trading shots. Back and forth. It's been a back and forth game here in the third. Burton to Howard. Howard, that's going to be, I don't know where the heck she was going to that, but How somehow Victoria Burton recovers the basketball for the Dallas Wings with a minute 17 to go here in the third. All not up at 49 to McCowan. Back out to Burton for three. A little bit strong. Pulled down by Wilson. Here comes Chelsea Gray leading the charge. Gray. Split a couple defenders. Try to get the finger roll. Cannot go. And here comes a Google Wally to... And good defense by Asia Wilson. So Aces catch a break. Nice little Euro step. Oh, it cannot go. Oh, man. Talk about it. The worst way possible not to get that shot to fall. We got Burton. Picked up by Bell. Burton. My hands off to Google Wale, who pulls up for three. A little bit too strong. And that's going to be out of bounds, staying with the Dallas Wings with 23.4. Honestly, that shot should have went in anyways. Tough shot off the glass. We're good for two. So we're back. So 51-49 for the Wings. Because, well, the Wings kind of Plum to Bell. And that's another turnover by the Aces. And that's going to stop, and that's going to end the third. So down to the final 10. And the Wings kind of respond, and well, we're holding a slight lead going into the fourth. Quite honestly, well, I got to think of this too. And the Aces, or not the Aces, but the Wings are kind of playing with their backs against the wall at this point because right now you don't want to get, because right, like I said, the best of five, you're on the verge of getting swept. Hmm. 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 Yeah, well. You ain't kidding. Absolutely not. Quite honestly. But I mean, the way we plan like this is a possibility we might see a game for them on Sunday. Well, we'll see. We'll see really how that goes. I'm not really going to be complaining about it. Hmm. All right. Going to the final 10. Hopefully, whenever these commercial breaks decide to go be done with, because I care less about these damn commercial breaks anyway. So let's just get back to game action. But we are back down to the final 10. It's a 2-point game. And Latricia Trammell in her first season as a Wings head coach right now, like I said, been very impressive. I got to give, like I said, I got to give Trammell her flowers, for, taking a team like Dallas who, wasn't terrible, but also was decent. Had a decent team, but not enough to really get that score last year. But already we're underway with Victoria Burton leading the charge here in the fourth. Out to Sabali. Sabali to the basket and cannot get that. The falls in the hands, and it's gonna be another. That's gonna be a foul against the Aces at 9:45. So 2 free throws coming for Kalani Brown, who stays on the floor for the Dallas Wings. And Kalani Brown already in 10 minutes, 5 points, 2 or 3 from the. Or that's Kawir. And strong off the first one. She kind of looks like Kalani Brown. I guess it's the hair that does it for me. I don't know. And the second free throw. And we got a lane violation, so we got to redo that free throw. And that's going to be on Alicia Clark. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that Dame actually got traded too. So apparently we don't. Out to Burton, back out to Sabali. Sabali, and that's going to be another turnover by the. But I'm very surprised that Dame got traded to Milwaukee. But then again, that's pretty much on the accompanying piece for Giannis. Because let's be real. Look, outside of Chris Middleton, who for some reason cannot stay on the court, they're going to need another shooter. But out to Clark. Clark out to Stokes. Hands off to Jackie Young, who speeds her way into and lost it and comes up, and Sabali comes up with the basketball. Here comes Agumawale up to 9:15. Picked up. Hands out to Sabali. Sabali and cannot get that to fall, and that's a rebound to Jackie Young. We're going to get 4 on 5. Try to get ball movement. Gray with a nice little pump fake will drive high off the glass. Good for 2, and we're tied again at 51 apiece here in the fourth. We got Burton. Burton now kind of looking open lane. Out to Kawir. McCowan, turn around or can't go, and she draws the contact. That's going to be the second on the Las Vegas. Looks like that's going to be on Stokes. That's going to be the third personal on Stokes, but the first, and she hits it. Surprisingly hits it. It's 52-51. And Wilson right now, 8 points, 4-6 from the free throw line in this series. Game 2 had 30 points, 10-10 from the free throw line. And the second by McCowan hits them both. So 51-53 in favor of the Wings. Under 8.5 to play. Out to Clark. Clark out to Gray. Out to Clark. Clark to Chelsea Gray. Step back three. Short. And that's going to be a shot clock violation on Las Vegas. 8:08 remaining here in the fourth. Now we got Burton, who have to put the brakes on the wing, takes it to Gubawale, pulls up, and that is good. We're back up to 4. Now to Wilson. And Wilson, took a little bit of a bump on the end. So Jackie Wilson gets called for a foul, and And Burton misses the free throw. Oh, my Lord. Come on, ESPN2. What are you doing? Oh. You got Burton. Back out to Burton. Burton taken on by Chelsea Gray. To Gubawale. Gubawale with a pump fake. Out to Collier for 3. That's way off the mark. And that's going to be, looks like a shot clock violation. We're going the other way. So now we got Young. Comes out to Clark. Clark on a mismatch. Wilson with the pump fake will drive, and that's going to be... So offense... Really? That's an offensive foul? That's some BS, dude. Let me say. That's 17 turnovers by the Aces, which is a season high for them. And that is good for 2, and that is going back up to 6. And we'll take it, and Aces take a timeout at 6:49. That's 8 points, 14 boards for Tierra McCowan. And that's going to take us to a little bit of a timeout break here in the fourth. Oh. Unbelievable. Yeah, of course we get it, but I'm not really be too upset about it. But Ace has gotta wake up. But then again, I kind of expected it. Damn. But like I said, I don't really think this was going to be a sweep, anyways. Because I mean, I am not that crazy. Streamlabs got a frig off. Well, we are back from after a quick timeout break. But I got to give Tierra McCowan a lot her credit. You know, playing some tight defense on Asia Wilson, and quite honestly, not one of the best games that Asia Wilson has played. I will flat out admit that. So 10 points and 14 boards for Tierra McCowan. 17 points off her turnovers. And obviously, we're also getting outscored 15-2 at the same time, might I add. But we are back from a timeout. We got Jackie Young to lead the charge. Wings are in the bonus. Out to Chelsea Gray. Try to find an open lane. Out to Young. Young to Wilson. That's going to be a kick ball on Akir. Akir stops the clock at 6:31. Now we get a side out for Las Vegas. And it's out to Plum. Now to Wilson. Wilson takes it herself. That is good for two. Slowly chipping back into this lead. 57-53, 6:18 to go. That's already a double-double for Asia Wilson. Like I said, not really her best games, 10 points, 11 rebounds. You have Burton taking on Plum. Out to Howard, or the mismatch. Howard, that is good. Like I said, that mismatch really can't have that. And Young back out to Wilson. Wilson, and we'll draw the contact. That's going to be the first on the Wings, who in this case right now, it score stays the way that it is, going to try to force a game 4 on Sunday. My eye, it just, damn it. Well, it's 5:45. And out to Wilson. And that's another turnover. That is number 18 for the Aces. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous by the Aces offense. Only put up 53. And look, and good ball movement out to Sabali for 3, and that's going to be no good. Falls in the hands of Agubawale. And we'll have to kick it out to Burton with defense right in her face. Now picked up by Plum. And Agubawale gets blocked up top by Asia Wilson. So out to Plum. Plum pulls up for 3. Short. And here we go. And that's going to be a solo fast break. And that is good for 2. I'm sorry, but that was some lackadaisical bullshit. But now it's an 8-point lead. Mm-mm-mm. Unreal. Unreal by the Aces. Defending champs, and you play like that. Okay. So already 8 turnovers for Asia Wilson. Oh, boy. She's been garbage. Well, we got Gray. Fadeaway jumper. Down it goes. Really not very much going to do for that. Or... Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Sabali out to Natasha Howard for 3. A little bit stronger off the back rim. Pulled down by Chelsea Gray. Everyone said, nope, this is mine. Out to Young to Gray. Gray picked up by Howard. Gray, a little bit short, and that's going to be really not much no good going on for Chelsea Gray. That's already a 6-point lead. We're at the 4-minute mark here in the fourth. And we got Burton. Sabali for 3. A little bit short. Clark with the rebound. So under 3, just barely over 3.5. Jackie Young pulls up for 3. Down it goes. Jackie Young cuts it into 3. Just under 3.5 to go here in the fourth. Wale kind of do it with some fancy some ball handling skills. Out to Sabali. Out to Burton. Burton. That's going to be no good. And Sabali's going to, and that's going to be another foul on Sabali. That's going to be the team's second at 3:09 here in the fourth. Oh, and Becky Hammett's livid. Also, wow, so they didn't want to call that a foul. That's some BS. That's going to be her third. So Sabali looks like kind of... So Sabali, 2 of 15 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. Not really doing much for her tonight. So most of these, some of these women are not having the best games. Sabali, Asia's one of them. So another side out for Las Vegas. Now up to Kelsey Plum. Under 3 minutes. Here comes Wilson. And we'll go to the line. That's going to be the fourth on the wings. So Wilson kind of will try to force to cut it into the... Like I said, it's a possibility. But the way how she's been playing, boy, it's not really looking... Sabali's not really been... I mean, yeah, she's been missing threes, but the Aces defense has really not been great, but they've been kind of keeping a really track on her. Like I said, I got to get Tierra McCown to play, the benefit of the doubt. I really wouldn't say, I give her, like I said, I'm not going to give it, like I said, not a benefit of the doubt. I'll say, I'll give her credit. I'll give her flowers for, let's be real, playing some best defense, let's be real, putting some solid defense against Asia Wilson, which hardly anyone can play like that against Wilson. But, I guess you could say, McCallum, say, you know what? I'll step up to the plate. Let's see what we got. And obviously, she got 10 points, but that really doesn't matter really mean much. I mean, her defense really speaks for itself. I mean, 14 or was it 15 rebounds or something like that. But hey, like I said, win or lose, there's got to be stuff. Ace has got to fix a lot of stuff. If that's the case, because let's be real, the turnovers is ridiculous. 18 turnovers. I'm sorry. Look, I get it. There's a room for error, but not to this freaking extent. I'm sorry, but this and Kia Stokes is starting to become a liability. I don't care what anybody says. I think, look, as much as we played better without Parker, since obviously Candace Parker, is out for the year with a foot injury. And that's the thing. Like, and I respect that. I respect that from McCallum. Look, like I said, I think she's gonna kind of the woman say, look, she'll just take it her, give her an opportunity. And that's the one thing too I've always liked about the Wings. Now, yes, the roster may not be the perfect biting stretch in the means, but I do think there's some room to grow with the wings, especially, you have Maddie Segrist, Alicia Queer. I'm not impressed with her. Tierra McCowan, and look, she's come as advertised. I mean, I've always liked McCowan. And Google Wally is just still nasty, and a good sense, by the way. And yeah, it would be exciting. Like I said, win or lose, because I mean, right now, as the score stands, it's a 3-point lead, and the Aces, or not the Aces, but Aces are trying to play away for a sweep, and then the Wings are right now playing with their backs against the wall, knowing the situation that they're in. But now, kind of, yeah, because in Asia Wilson not really having the best of nights, because Abstract at the first two games putting up, well, I think 40, or actually 38 in game one and 30 in game two. So that Asia Wilson with 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 turnovers. But that's just most any game of her career, which is kind of crazy. But she goes to the line for 2 nonetheless to cut this into a 1-point game. So both teams are now in the bonus. And the first by Wilson is good. Okay, so it's 2:56 is where they stopped at. Hey, it would be a total coincidence. And oh, nice offensive board by Alicia Clark. Gray. Pesky defense by Google Wale. Out to Wilson. Good for 2. We're tied at 61. Hey, you know what? Like I said, I'll give the Wings a ton of credit. They played some of their best, know what the situation. So we got tie ball game at 61. It can't go, and that's going to be a foul. Looks like going against Las Vegas at 2:25. That's going to be a Wilson. That's going to be her personal. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Asia's a really great player. Let's say her season's been solid, but the first is no good by McCowan. Like I said, not just the coaching side by the wing, but also give Tierra McCowan a lot of credit too. Not really, not the greatest free throw shooter, but and that's the one thing that I've really respected about McCowan. Look, she used her height to her advantage. Good Lord, I cannot speak. And both free throws are no good, and offensive rebound stays with Dallas. A good Wally for 3. No good. Asia Wilson pulls down the rebound. 2:17 left to go here in the fourth. Tied to 61. We got Plum. To Gray. To Wilson. Wilson back out to Gray. Picked up by Burton. Screened by Wilson. Gray. Nice kick out to Clark for 3. No, a little bit off short. And Agubawale pulls down the rebound. And here comes Arika Agubawale to the basket. That is no good. And that is going to be... And Agubawale commits the fifth team foul. And that's going to put it... Looks like Jackie... Oh, and Jackie Young's a little bit slow to get up. Looks like she might have taken a shot off the elbow. Or I'm saying the funny bone, because for those who don't remember how bad it is to hurt you, when you hurt your funny bone, that shit hurts. Let's see. Oh my God. Looks like, but. And look, I'm not going to blame the refs too. I'm not really going to blame the refs because that's stupid. The only issue I see with the Aces, number 1, turnovers. Number 2, can't play a lick of defense at times. But Clark, just misses the first free throw. So, first attempt, no good. Yeah, it's been, I would say it's been one of those kind of games that's like, calls could be made. But like I said, I'm not really going to say much on that. So we got a $1.45. I see, ain't wrong, man. And we're back to a 1-point game for the Aces. Sabali, like Burrell, phenomenal player. And well deserved for most improved player of the year. Howard. And that is taken almost another turnover. It's a good ball movement out to a good ball. Wale pulls up, cannot hit. Clark pulls down the board. And here we go. We're down to a minute 20. Got Gray. So the Wings have missed their 7 field goals here at this point. Gray takes it herself and gets blocked up top by Natasha Howard. Good defense. You know, I gotta respect that. Gotta respect the defense on that. Sabali. Out to Kiera. Back to Sabali. Under a minute to play. Burton for 3. No good. And rebound into the hands of Gray. And here comes Chelsea Gray with about 40. So Chelsea Gray with under 40 seconds. Out to, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. And we're going to go the other way. Stops the clock at 31.8. But yeah, we are in a quick timeout break at 31.8. But I gotta say, look, with the win, it's been exactly DSPN. Like I said, it's intense, and I love it. I love how physical this game has been. Because let's be real, I'm one of those. How do I say it? I'm one of them, the part of the minority that hates blowouts in sports. Well, other than football, unless your team is so completely fucking shit. But that's besides the point. Yeah, that was kind of stupid on Chelsea Gray's part. But hey, Gray with 15. So right now, Gray's right now the leading scorer with 15 points, and Wilson with 13. And Google, Wally, and Howard combined for 22 of the team's 61. 30 seconds. Here we go. Burton to Howard. Picked up by Wilson. Out to Google, Wally. Now drawing the double team. Now looks like Jackie Young draws us the attention. Good volley from the free throw line. Short, pulled down by Wilson. And we got a jump ball. And Asia Wilson not having the best game, but right now we getting all fired up. That's a good call. You know, I'm not really complaining about that. Like I said, to all the Dallas Wings fans, look, you still had a phenomenal season. Look, I'm not going to hold it against y'all. Like I said, there's just some question marks. Hey, look, that's what she's good. Here we go. 10 seconds. And it looks like Dallas takes another timeout with 9 seconds even here in the game. But look, I respect Eureka. Like, she would put up some shots that's, and quite honestly, like I said, to all my Dallas Wings, all the Dallas Wings fans, shout out my boy Dante as well. Good season. It was a good season nonetheless by the Dallas Wings. Also, the fact that they won their first postseason series since relocating to Dallas in 2016. For those who don't remember, like I mentioned before, some NBA trivia or fun fact was that the Dallas Wings were the Detroit Shot back in 2009. God, that's kind of feel like it's a long time ago, but it really is. So, regardless, but the Dallas Wings, yeah, they have some question marks. I really want to see answered. Oh, that would just be embarrassing. Their RC, that would be 9. Oh, so it's 9.6 they put on the clock. Okay, so 9.6. A horse with, I'm sorry, a horse with wings. No, I'm not going to question that. So we got side out. And out to Burt. Sabali with the ball in her hands. Out to Natasha Howard for three. No, sir. And that's going to be a foul. That's going against, and that's going to be two more free throws coming for the Aces. Mm, 2.7. And first by Jackie Young, that is good. And both free throws are good. And looks like Las Vegas will take, or say Dallas takes their last timeout of the court of the fourth. Yeah, I think a lot of people who used to coach probably, so it's a 3-point game. It really is. I mean, no, yeah. I mean, in a situation like that, I kind of. So it looks like we get a side out for the Dallas Wings, down 3, 2.7. Well, that depends. You gotta feed the hot hand. Guba Wally for three. No, and that is going to do it. That is going to be a sweep for the Las Vegas Aces over the Dallas Wings. 64-61. We're up. I gotta say, man. Like I said, man, for the Wings, look, yes, I know it's not the way how this you want to end it. I get that. But yeah, so we're back to the WNBA finals. Now we gotta wait the winner. And I'll say this too. To Latricia. And look, I want to say this too. While we're here in the post game with the Aces sweeping the Dallas Wings, look, oh, all in all, look, yeah, I mean, look, you got to give the credit where credit is due. Tara McCowan plays some of the best basketball I've seen her play because I think she has potential to be a superstar. Yeah, I mean, look, offensively, not the greatest, but I do think there's work to be done with her in her offensive game. Sure, I mean, well, then again, she's more, where you can just get the offensive rebounds. But to Latricia Trammell, still a great season. Look, whether you are not a fan of the Dallas Wings, you got to really give credit where credit is due. With women like Erika Gubawale, you had Sabali, most improved player. Honestly, well deserved from that. Now, yes, there's some questions. There's some problems that I do want to. I'm really hoping Dallas, because I do think Dallas can pose a threat. Let's be real. Potentially, and yeah, actually, you know what, DS Smith, that is a very good point. I'm not going to be surprised if the Liberty or is going to be watching, potentially could watch this. And yeah, look, everyone's going to have their bad games. Case in point today, it's been all of a defensive physicality. Like I said, I'm not disappointed of how this game really turned out. To all the Dallas Wings fans out there, look, you don't have nothing to be ashamed of. Quite honestly, you know, look, I think they got a nice bright future down at Dallas. It's just the fact that when you really compare the rosters, yeah, I think the Aces kind of really has a bit of a slight edge. Like I said, maybe about this much. Um, and that's with the bench, and that's something that, not saying that the Dallas Wings can improve, but I do think there's some improvement need to be made with the Dallas Wings. And, to Arika Gubawali, look, let's be, I think she's still, no matter what people think, I still think she's it really is. Like, it's not the fact. The fact of the matter is, the way I said this before, I'm going to say it again. This was a huge milestone. Yes, not the way the Dallas Wings wanted. But when people really look back at the old WNBA teams like the Detroit Shock, Houston Comets, something like that, but when you have the Detroit Shock, which became the Dallas Wings back in 2016, the fact that Dallas has got as far as they did, I'm impressed. Like I said, I really can't say there's no bad things to say about that Dallas Wings team. Quite honestly, I think they just, and I'm gonna say this too. I mean, the only thing that they missed, and they missed some crucial shots to the point where they could have forced in Game 3 or Game 4. I'm an idiot. Yeah, sorry, my brain's out of all sorts. But yeah, Game 4. But yeah, and there was some bad play calling from the offensive side of things for the Dallas Wings. Yes, I know Natasha Harris should never have taking that 3. Kind of have Lesbury, I think, could have had an opportunity to take the tie at that point. But all in all, look, Ace is going back. Let's be real, not playing the best game that they possibly played. Because I mean, look, yeah, I mean that's not in terms of look at the postseason. When I look at the postseason last year, that's not. This is probably the worst I've seen the Aces play. Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's the experience. The Aces have been there and been around the block and back. And I think where the Wings shined a little bit. Yeah, it's defense. That's what what I liked about them. Like they played some solid defense. Now, yes, games 1 and 2, boy, their defense was just nowhere to be freaking found. So, not saying that's a bad thing, but there's just like I like Tierra McCowan, but there's some, like I said, career. I'm not really impressed with her. I would rather take Kalani Brown than anything else. Right coming off the bench. Maddie Seagrass to be that's freaking MIA is beyond me. For those who don't know, I am a Nova fan by heart. Obviously, it's been kind of hard to get back into both men's and women's of the Nova basketball program. She needs to get more, and let's be real, she needs need more opportunities. Let's be real, to play. And yes, I know you have, ladies like Aguba Wale, Sabali, Natasha Howard. That's the thing, it's, and I again, but like I said, fantastic series. Yes, I know games 1 and 2. I really didn't like how the results was, but hey, look, a blowout's a blowout. Like I said, I really can't really complain about it because, like I said, I never really watched those games because obviously I was working at the time. But I get a chance to see a nice defensive game like this over between the Dallas and Aces and Wings, and now we get to see what to see between the Connecticut Sun and the Liberty, and yeah. And with that being said, guys, like I said, we guys check out our sponsors as well, which is in the link tree down below, and also check out our merch store, which is also linked put in the link tree or in the description down below. That is sports on myspreadshop.com. Like I said, we got some interesting stuff for y'all, whether it's even want to support the main channel itself or our and stuff like that. Absolutely. If anybody's, and like I said, yeah, it's, hey, like I said, DSPN, if you guys want to hit me up on social media, look, all the information is down in the description down below. Check the link tree as well. You can also hit me up on Twitter and or Instagram as well. Like I said, me and Tyler we're always open up for inquiries for some collaborations because, like I said, we're open to collaborating a lot of people. If you guys want to just do strict WNBA talk, just sports talk in general, and like I said, we'll be down with that. But before we get out of here, let's talk. I'm going to give other huge shout out to let's give a rundown of our sponsors for those who have not, not really take up this opportunity. So shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this play-by-play. Obviously, SeatGeek's been a really nice long-time sponsor for this channel. From since kind of day one. After especially being here on this platform for a couple of years. So for those who are going to concerts, sporting events, even wrestling events in particular as well, go to SeatGeek.com, use promo code Philly Sports, all capital letters at checkout to see $20 off. For those who are Twitch streamers, YouTubers need a late night extra, a late night extra kick in the pants, so to speak. Go to w.gg and use promo code SportsRealSin, which is all capital letters, by the way, to save 10% off your order, whether it's just get the shaker itself, which is the little cup, the packets or the tubs. That got some good stuff over there. And shout out to Shank Golf for those who need some nice golf apparel, whatever it is you guys need to go on the next golfing trip. Go to shankitgolf.com and use our promo code SportsWrestler15 to save 50% off, and also free shipping for those on orders that are over $100. So please, you guys do not want to miss that out. Shout out to Shankit Golf for sponsoring, and shout out to two more sponsors as well. With Fans Idea, you guys want to get custom jerseys, something like that, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, soccer. I think they may have soccer, but I'm not entirely too sure. But whatever the custom jersey you guys looking for, go to fansidea.com. Use promo code SportsWrestle10 to save 10% off. And shout out to Stinger Sports for sponsoring the show as well, guys. Coaches, if you guys need uniforms, Stinger Sports is the place to get your uniforms made. Use SportsWrestle10, that's all capitals, to save 10% off. If you guys need baseball equipment, and also shout out to Just Gloves as well, another sponsor of the show. You guys want to get your baseball or softball equipment at a discounted price, Just Gloves is the place to go. That is all in the link tree down below. With that being said, guys, shout out to everyone that's been in the chat, and have a good night, everybody. See you guys later.